Hi friends, hope you are doing good. Myself Saurabh Kachalia. I am a front-end developer at Walmart. So today we'll be looking into stack problem. So basically there are like 150 questions. So from that there are 7 stack problems. So we'll be looking at them. If you solve these 150 problems, you'll be mostly able to clear all most of the interviews, or at least you'll be able to solve like maximum of the questions, and you'll be able to at least write the pseudo code for it. So today we'll be looking into the valid parenthesis problem. So it's a very basic problem. This is a very basic problem, and then after that we'll basically move to a medium level problem, and then we'll move to a hard level problem. Friends, just remember that one thing, like when solving easy problem, try to solve it in 10 to 15 minutes. Like give yourself a timer and try to solve in 10 to 15 minutes, so that you will be having a habit of like uh, you will be preparing yourself for the battle before the battle even begins. So it will help you to think in particular way. And no worries if you are not able to solve some problem in 10 minutes, or then it took you 1 hour also to understand it. It's absolutely fine, because we are preparing for the battle. It's better than thinking in interview for 1 hour for easy problem, than to invest some time before. So my recommendation will be here is like you solve this 150 problem from the playlist which will be creating it, and then you try to after each in each problem you try to, if it's a medium level problem, try to solve it in 20 minutes. If it's hard level problem, try to solve in 35 minutes. Actually they give you 40 minutes, but it's better if you prepare for the worst. Okay, guys. So we'll look into the valid parenthesis. So what is a valid parenthesis? Whichever parenthesis starts with opening and has a equal closing. So this is a valid parenthesis. Suppose we got a this bracket. This is a valid parenthesis. This one is also a valid parenthesis. But these are all these have equal number of opening and closing, but these are not valid parentheses, because the sequences, it should start with the opening and it should end. Suppose if you have something like this, it's also in valid parenthesis. Okay, so now let's move on how we'll be solving the problem. The problem state that you'll be getting parentheses, and you have to find out it's a valid parenthesis or not. Suppose you got opening parenthesis, this object, and you array. And then after that, suppose you got a closing of array. So what we'll do is we create a stack A. This is just a imaginary stack for now. For explanation, we can imagine. So suppose it says that we got ending as a closing of array. So what we'll do is from our parenthesis we'll remove it, or we'll start from starting. Suppose we got parenthesis 1 opening parenthesis, then we got a opening array parenthesis, then we got an object parenthesis opening. So we pushed into stack. But suppose if we got a closing, so we got a closing. Now what we'll do is whenever we get the closing parenthesis, what we'll do is we'll basically pop the value of the latest element. Okay, same we got the for array, so we pop this value. Same we got for closing parenthesis, will pop this value. As you can see, this array is empty, so basically we'll be returning it as, okay, we got an empty array, so therefore this is an valid parenthesis. Now I'll say why we are checking as empty. So suppose in our program we may get that only opening, or we may get that one opening, or and two different type of parentheses, where program will push this and keep those push this value, and then when it sees this parenthesis it will pop this value from the array and will only have this opening parenthesis in our array, and that is not a valid parenthesis. Okay, guys, so we'll move into the code. So basically what we'll do is will first declare a stack. Then after declaring a stack, we know that we have to loop towards an array. In the array, what we'll see is whatever the openings are there. Suppose if you know there are openings as this, then as our explanation will push into stack. But suppose if we see closing parenthesis, so first what we'll do is this is our stack where this is just a edge case. Suppose we don't have anything to push into stack and directly we are starting from this part, else part, where our program looks like this. The starting parenthesis is directly only closing one. Any of these values are there directly. So we are checking for it, like is it not equal to, it's not equal to 0, then pop it, or else return, like last element will be false and it will automatically return the false element. So we are checking the wrong cases, like wrong cases as in not the, it's wrong, like error cases, I mean to say. Now then we'll return stack dot length not is it equal to 0. Then if it's equal to 0, then we'll know our stack is empty and we got a valid parenthesis. And if it is not, then we know this is not a valid parenthesis. Yeah, are all the 3 cases passed? Yeah, and our solution is also got accepted. So guys, please like, subscribe and share and comment also. It really helps me to create videos like this. Thank you for your time.